Hey, Keenan! What's up, man? Where are you dropping off today?
At work.
Yeah.
See you.
Thanks.
9804.
I got connected with InterVarsity freshman year of college. There are some folks that were part of InterVarsity helping new freshmen unload their stuff into the freshman dorm. So met some of the folks on my floor in our suite. And it happened that we had a suite of 10 guys. 6 or 7 of us ended up going to InterVarsity. And we did everything. You know, we played video games, we played basketball, we went to dinner, and then we went to church, and then we would go to a large group. And all of these things sort of flowed together. It wasn't just about, oh, now it's time to go to church, now it's time to go to InterVarsity. We were just living life. Whether we knew it or not, I think we were always thinking about what's God's role in school? What's God's role in my major, or my studies, or even if we're just playing basketball, like, you know, how is God here on this court when we're just hanging out?
So what happens post-college? Right?
Yeah.
How's all that all look like?
Life got harder. You know, I think leaving that tight support system and then figuring things out a little bit more on your own changes a lot. When I went to grad school a few years after college, I went to the East Coast to Rhode Island School of Design, and I didn't have that community aspect, and I felt very much like I was doing that on my own, and I struggled a lot. I think that was a really hard time in my life. And I changed a number of times back and forth between jobs and sort of career tracks, from architecture, being an architect, to real estate, to construction. I worked on a farm for a little while, really trying to explore, like, you know, what is my purpose? What is my calling? I enjoyed all of those things that I did and learned a ton, but always felt like something was missing.
Can we do a walk?
Absolutely, that's why we're here. So as you can see, we've just sort of completed a lot of the demolition part of the existing home. I think most people think of Habitat as we're affordable housing developers, and that is a lot of what we do. But at the end of the day, the goal really is to build stronger communities. And we essentially use the process of building homes together, sort of like a modern day barn raising experience, to bring the community and the neighbors together to build this house. And the whole goal of that is to strengthen communities. Housing is not just about shelter. Shelter is one thing, but really for you to succeed in living in a home, you do need that community. You need neighbors that know you. You need to know your neighbors and be able to help each other out and work together. That, to me, I tie very closely to my college experience with Ivy, and that we were living life together, right? We knew each other, and I think within that there was a huge support system that when I was struggling, my friends and my roommates and my community knew that I was struggling, and they'd step in and support me. I feel like so much of that doesn't exist now, and people are sort of on their own, that I feel like something needs to happen, something needs to change. And that's one of the big impetuses for why I feel like I'm doing the work that I'm doing. On top of her. Yeah, I look back at the last few decades of my life since college, and a lot of that has been really questioning, you know, what my purpose is and why I'm here. I do really feel like InterVarsity set a certain trajectory for how I approached that question. You know, how does God play out in my everyday life? You know, in college it was just living life, going to college. Life changes a lot after that, but I think the questions don't change of, you know, how does God play out in my marriage? How does God play out in my career and my work? How does God play out in my family? I think being able to have that foundation during a really pivotal time in my life really set me up for where I am today.